The elf gives you a slow clap. Clap, clap, clap.
The evil Isbale is dead. The doctor will see you now.
The elf gives you a cool look. When he speaks, it's through gritted teeth.
A word of warning to you, my dear Losa. One you would do well to heed. Do not make the doctor wait.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Hear ye, hear! Suspect in Alexander murder.
What do you think the paladins would do to us if we urged you on wrong
I
like
serve
that?
all who seek, as I promised, miracles at a modest
Last
price.
time I checked.
New book already out of
There's
date.
bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Magisters colluded with Black Ring. Paladins clean house.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender. Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if we urged you on wrong like that?
We shall try. We shall talk.
Last time I checked.
Hear ye!
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall train.
Dallas strengthens
We shall
border
talk.
defenses.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out. I'm not quickly.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender. Too loud.
Clear off. Need to keep the way clear. Ain't no getaway happening here, and if there is, I ain't involved. Get it? Good. Now clear off. You're in the way. Ain't no one going nowhere, far as you're concerned. Now clear off. You're in the way.
It's dark, but I can hear the water below.
Cheese, please.
Well, hello, handsome. Care to hear about the power of cheese? I've got wheels and rounds and blocks and rolls and possibly more. But my wares are nuanced, with undertones of something rare.
She looks you up and down. Then,
What's on my mind? Why, texture, maturity, taste. But most of all, I'm wondering what tickles your fancy. Looking at you, I think it may be power. Am I right? So I have not misjudged you. Now, we've established how you feel about power. How do you feel about law? Specifically laws relating to property and the acquisition of goods,
a glint appears in her eye, and she smiles. Then she raises her hands and shows you her rings.
Perhaps this is the power you seek. I've been waiting for the right customer to come along for these, but I warn you, power doesn't come cheap, even for someone as attractive as you. I have my little helpers here there and everywhere. They find me the finest morsels in all of Arx. After all, why should the most delectable of foodstuffs grace only the tables of the nobility? Are they stolen? Darling, what power isn't? The pleasure was mine.
Think they'll open the shops anytime soon?
I've seen a few traders about the place.
Business doesn't stop for long round here.
Good Counsel School, temporarily closed. For the safety of Rivellon, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
Trade or credit? That's right. Trade.
The proprietress gives you a sweet smile.
You look like someone who's ready for business. You look like someone with an eye for the main chance. You look like someone who needs an investor. I knew it the moment you walked in here. Here comes an enterprising fella, I said to myself. Here comes a man who could take a sum of gold and turn a tidy profit. I can see it in your eyes. Whatever you're up to in the fine upstanding city of Arx, jewel of Lucian's blessed domain, I'd like to back you, financially speaking. But be warned, I demand security. You must make a deposit, and I always recover a debt. You understand, I'm sure. How much do you need? I see. For that kind of money, my enterprising friend, I'll need to hear something of your business plan. Just the basic idea. Dispense with the details. Go on. Convince me. All right. You've convinced me. We have a deal. Here are the terms. I lend you the gold, and you leave me a part of yourself. The contract is bonded by blood. The debt is repaid at 50%, or you die. That's the original stake plus 1/2 repaid on demand, or you die. And know this, no one owes me money for long. That is, no one alive.
She smiles. She knows you believe her, or at least that you should. She reaches into the folds of her dress and produces an empty glass vial. She holds the vial up to you and locks her eyes on yours. The vial, you notice, begins to fill with a bright crimson liquid. A faint feeling flits over you and then is gone, and you realize that that blood is yours. And suddenly your purse feels heavier.
I hold your blood. No take-backs and no returns, and defaulters all die. Thank you for your custom. Please come again.
She smiles, her sweet smile, dips her head in farewell and turns away. The proprietress gives you the same sweet smile. She arches an eyebrow to ask what you want.
Don't worry about that. I'll come to you at no extra cost when we're both good and ready. Be sure to be ready. Will there be anything else? I bid you good day.
She smiles her sweet smile, dips her head in farewell, and turns away.
Weirdos in the cellar chase me away. You believe that? I don't. And I tried my best purring and my best meowing. I even did the slink thing against their legs. No luck. Remember that client? Lord, whatever it was?
Prepare yourself. mine.
Life is mine. You die.
She gives you a smile of the purest hate. Then she raises a hand and begins a silent incantation. You know that she is trying to boil your blood, but she cannot. Her power is gone. She tries to deflect as you tear at her source, but she is powerless and weak and cannot resist. She is yours, and then she is gone.
This again? Rubbish. This again?
Majesties.
I
didn't
welcome
even let
newcomers and
surrender.
natives alike. We shall trade. We shall
Too
talk.
loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us?
I
if we
serve
heard you?
all who seek aid, sir.
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked. There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Several ships missing.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
Some giant slayer. Back to refill your quiver, are you?
Tell me what you see. What a pile of junk.
They got damaged. It'll fix it.
Your fault.
Look at the size of that thing.
Stuff. Beautiful and beguiling stuff. Buying and selling. If you're looking for Kat, she's evaluating all of Kemm's antiquities. It'll be a while, but hey, why not do some shopping while you wait? You'll love what I've got.
She's an appraiser, and our boss to boot. You'll meet her if you head inside. If you've got anything she's interested in, could be she'll make you a good deal.
He looks around covertly before turning back to you with a wink.
Could be a really good deal. Well, this is the estate of the venerable Kemms. We've all come to trade with Linder and his missus, but with recent events, let's just say they're busy. But Kat's inside. She'll come up with something.
Good stuff, yeah?
The man in front of you is clad in a ragtag assortment of garb. He looks up from repairing a battered instrument to smile and nod at you, one traveller to another.
Ho there, fellow traveller. Luronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim city? Yes, Callisti, I did indeed. Such a beautiful place. Such beautiful culture. I look forward to going back someday. Someday, when the roads are safe again. Well, Rav, at some point, long ago, I decided poetry had but two purposes. To quicken the people's river of tears, or to stave them. Look around you. You'll find fear and longing and desperation. What good is a bard's solemnity in a city besieged by void and divided by war? My privilege and my duty is to remind the people of Arx that there's blue sky and shimmering sun beyond the clouds. Of course, and glad to. My words shall lift your spirits, make no mistake. But I need to pay my way, so I'd ask for a little gold, if you have it to spare. What do you say, Rav? And why do you deserve one, friend? Your style, I like it. So, how about a discount?
The poet tips his floppy hat to you as he counts the coin you handed over.
Now, what poem would you care to hear? An old classic or an original verse? Take a seat, Rav. Make yourself at home. Give me a moment to clear my throat. And Listen. I've walked this earth, each vale and...
I like your loot. Can I sell you a real one?
How much do you want for the loot?
Nice song.
And in each place I've come to find... My surest friend is my own mind.
I know quality when I see it, and I bet you do too. Care to
I
trade?
packed my life up in a glove. I set my course far on the map. And here I am to tip my cap.
Valuable artifacts, heirlooms and antiquities.
Patience, my friend, patience! I'll get to the recitation right soon enough.
There's still blood on the cobbles, and yet those blasted traders are right back at it, flogging their wares. What happened to respect for the dead?
My friend here has taste. Care to trade, friend?
I've walked this earth, each vale and peak.
I got real lucky when the Voidwoken attacked. I know some people that lost everything. Some, maybe, but most of us are here to trade with Kemm. He's tough to nail down. Luckily, our appraiser Cat's already made her way into the estate. The Kemms lost nothing in the attack, so Cat'll try to convince them to share a little. She's our leader, and a damn fine appraiser too. Meet her inside and she might even trade with you. Hope you like what you see.
This will all blow over, trust me. Stuff. Beautiful and beguiling stuff.
I keep seeing imaginary Voidwoken around every corner. I don't know if I'll ever feel safe in these streets again.
I've walked this earth, each vale and peak.
The trader sways in time to the bard's tune, but stops as you approach. She looks at the mansion nervously, then back to you.
Looking for, something special? All done then?
From my home in Alaroth, I packed my life up in a glove. I set my course far on a map. And here I am to tip my cap.
She responds with a nervous wave, and her eyes flit to the mansion behind her.
I've walked this earth, each vale.
It's dark, but I can hear the water below.
The kin hums a melody, one you recognize from long ago and far away. It reminds you very much of home.
What's this? I found something.
Is this? It's Butter. She said she'd wait for me in Arks if she ever escaped. And so she did.
some stuff. Gotta sell some stuff.
Rarities,
Not known for drinking so much tea. Not with Martha Kemm the way
Lady Kemm may welcome lizards into her home, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Do not stick your snout into Lord Kemm's business, lizard. I don't have to tell you anything.
Yet, my word, the mansion's positively overrun with foreign folk on this most inauspicious of Lucian's days.
He catches himself and scrapes his throat in a brief moment of embarrassment.
Come out, wherever you are. Come out.
I do apologize if I came across as impertinent just now, and I hope you'll forgive my unabating boldness when I assume Sir has come here in search of an audience with either Lord or Lady Kemm. Oh, I meant, of course, Sir's countrymen, the lizard excellencies that have sought shelter under this esteemed roof in the aftermath of the dreadful attack that was inflicted upon the Imperial Consulate. It saddens me to say there are a number of deaths to mourn, but no doubt we all rejoice at the survival of the nobles. After all, a mere clerk is so easily replaced, wouldn't you say? Sir honors me with his applause for my humble assessment. Oh, gracious, her? I truly hope you are not in cahoots with that brazen peddler. Well, she's in the dining room. I'm afraid I can't accommodate you with the opportunity to have a word with Milord Kemm at this precise moment, sir. Milord left early in the morning in pursuit of business, and he hasn't yet returned. I'm not privy to the details of Milord's ventures, but I gather his outing pertains to his office as Grand Master of the Paladins and the ousting of certain firebrands from the city. A most noble task, I'm sure. Unless I'm quite mistaken, in which case I once more apologize profusely, you'll most likely find Milord in the immediate vicinity of the Magister headquarters. The Magisters, in case my previous sentence lacked clarity, being the firebrands I alluded to. Lady Kemm is having tea in the drawing room over in the north wing. I'm quite certain a person as obviously well-travelled as yourself will have no problem drifting in that general direction, should he deem it fit to do so. Ah, who? Haven't seen him in a long time. Milord took quite a shine to that cat of his, though. Quite a sight to see the great Lord Linder Kemm fawning over another man's cat in the back garden. Yes, do please excuse me, for I've a party of dignitaries to attend to. They've an appetite for an aperitif, and the port, needless to say, does not pour itself.
I saw Daddy with some weird-looking cat in the garden. I think he was even talking to it. He called it Archew, I think. Anyway, I asked if I could pet it, but Daddy shooed me away.
Well, isn't this convivial?
Sir?
The weather has been frightful.
Very well, sir.
Linda,
Come out, wherever you are.
Yes, quite.
I must take advantage of the moment. We are only granted an audience by invitation.
Oh, a fellow noble. Such a dignified carriage could belong to no other. It's a delight to greet someone of my own station. Not that I would judge these present plebeians. They are here by invitation, of course. People like them keep the city's wheels turning and its boats afloat. Magicians among us, truly. An afternoon of hot tea and warm recitations is the least I can offer them. every citizen of Arx gets at least one invitation to tea every year. We all deserve a taste of luxury from time to time, do we not? I may live in a resplendent mansion, but I still share my riches one lucky guest at a time. A pity my husband couldn't make it. He has his hands full, you see. Why, I barely ever see him myself.
Lady Kemm's bright cheeks fall and her jaw goes slack. She is lost in thought for but a moment, however, and puts on a brave and regal face.
But I think you'll find present company more than adequate. Tea time is such a delight.
Lord Ahu is missing. Well, I'm afraid I can't enlighten you as to his whereabouts. The keeper of the cathedral's roamings are a mystery to me, as they are to most. I did see my husband in the garden earlier this week, cozying up to Lord Ahu's cat. Perhaps Ahu asked him to look after the beast during his absence. As such, my husband might know better than I.
Yes, indeed. Why, a lady without a property set is no more useful than a party without a hostess. As long as you choose the most delicate leaves and brew at the proper temperature, you're destined for luxury. Would you care to try your hand at it? I have 3 varieties, each as aromatic as the last. I've no doubt you could brew a delicious cup. Yes, a classic green from the ancient kingdom Zia Valley. I'm sure you know the place. The plant's last week is spent in shade, which gives the leaves a sumptuous, nutty flavour. Certainly. Oh, I love this white tea. It's so sweet. The buds are plucked when they're so young they've barely felt the wind. Certainly. So interesting. It is pure and black, grown in the eroded highlands, yet you'd swear it had been mixed with ginger and honey. Certainly. Yes. Oh, I approve. Here you are, and may you enjoy every cup you brew. Well, I cannot just go giving everything away, you know, but I am happy to sell you some if you like. Is there more to discuss?
My husband? What is it? What happened? Black ring indeed. I'll need more than the word of some woman before I believe the likes of that. My husband may tell me little of his work and keep his secrets locked in the attic, but he's an important man. Discretion is paramount for someone in such a high position. What next, then?
Well, do make the most of your visit, and be sure to stroll through the gardens. I have quite a green thumb, you know. I planted every bulb and scattered every seed myself.
Do pass the tea. A striking painting.
Mum.
And featuring some familiar faces.
Lady Kemm sniffs with the pride of a peacock spreading its tail.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Possibly Ram's finest work. You may recognize the people in it. Alexander, of course, and your own King Gongi. Justinia, the Dwarven Queen, and the great elven seer Tiriara, too. The Quorum. It was here that they made history, in this very room, in fact.
Lady Kemm smiles graciously and offers you a cup of tea.
The Voidwoken invasion was in its infancy, and it was becoming clear that the creatures were drawn to source. Bishop Alexander called the Quorum together. He demanded the elves, dwarves, and lizards agree to his plan. Gather and quarantine source users across Rivellon.
She takes a slow sip of tea, eyeing you closely just above the cup's rim.
the Lizard King. Stately when silent, yet so great was his descent, I was sure his shouts would split the ground open beneath us. A travesty. Alexander sought to protect us all from a scourge. The fork-tongued devil would sooner usher in a dark age than round up the troublemakers. You mustn't be so sensitive. I was speaking merely of Gongi, was I not? Goodness me. Then there was the Queen. Smart as a whip, that one, and just as likely to sting you. Justinia listened to Alexander intently. I'd always thought of dwarves as pragmatic. I presumed she would ally with him, but she proved disloyal. The dwarves would not be part of his plan. I had forgotten that pragmatism is usually partnered with stubbornness, particularly when accompanied by an overabundance of ale.
Another smile, and another cup poured.
Attention turned to Tiriara. Perhaps she would bolster Alexander's position. The Elvenseer. Her heart bled, she said. A millennium of memories warned against a pogrom, she said. She would not assist the great Alexander. No great loss, I must add. The elves are scattered to the wind. Their influence is as thin as a dying willow's twig. Besides, like any elf, Tiriara's head floats in the clouds. They tell wonderful stories, but live fantasies as absurd as any lizard dreamers. I prefer actions to dreams, good sir. The void cannot be turned back on the power of wishes. Well, as lovely as story time has been, I'd say you've worn out your welcome. I won't be so rude to ask you to leave, but I will not insist that you stay either. Well, isn't this
striking
convivial?
painting?
Yes,
Featuring some familiar faces.
Lady Kemm sniffs with the...
It's beautiful. You may read the quorum. It was here that... Oh, but you must stay. You wouldn't be so rude to your hostess, would you?
Her smile thins, and she waves you off.
Come out wherever you are. Come out wherever you are.
I'm working here. Leave me be.
For heaven's sake, would you please... Oh, ever so sorry. I thought you were that rotten butler about to warn me once again to take the ocular, not the tactile approach. I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find. Oh, do spare me. That little snob thinks me unworthy of being in his precious lord's mansion appraising his precious lord's collection of antiques. Just you try judging the state of a Vedistian armoire if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers. Highly interesting. And highly valuable. Perhaps even quite out of your league. Anything else?
Come out wherever you are.
I'm merely appraising the many antiques gathered in here in this beautiful mansion.
A roguish little smile suddenly plays upon her lips.
What else would I be doing? My, you do drive a hard bargain, don't you? Very well. Consider yourself invited. Now listen closely. Rumour has it that Lord Kemm's mansion is built upon a massive vault in which he hides his true valuables. His entire house is but a smokescreen for the real treasure hidden underneath. I've had no luck so far in locating this fabled vault, but if you do, I swear the entire hoard is yours. No questions asked. All I want in return for this information is a trio of curios that is said to be kept inside. The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity. Everything else is yours. A most satisfactory arrangement. Did you find them? Ugh, I suppose patience is a virtue. Why, hello again.
She shakes her head apologetically.
There are only whispers of a vault and quieter whispers still of what it may contain. But at least you know now that it's there, probably. Oh, he's all blood and battle, all right. Until you show him a Ferolian snuff box or an ancient Imperial fainting couch, then he's as giddy as a cat in a field of catnip. He knows very well I'm the best in the business. Asked me to value his collection personally. Can't blame him for drinking so much tea. Not with Master Kemm being the way he's been. You one of those consulator lizards, or whatever they're called? You might be a guest, but you need to stay out the way, lest you want a season tonight's stew.
Another one? How many more of you can Lady K possibly take in?
Come out wherever you are.
I want no trouble from you, Lizard. This job is dull, and I'd like to keep it that way. Don't get nosy, salamander. That forked tongue will get you in trouble.
I bit the Master Kemm, I did. I could have sworn it was another man in a master suit, but it weren't. Now I'm in the doghouse like the humans say. I couldn't help it, I swear. It came all smelled like when the garden man cuts down a decayed tree, like he was using flowers to hide the rots. Only nudging and tail wag the next time, I promise. No licking, though. I don't want to taste the rot again.
My esteemed lord, the Red Prince, you should speak to Lady Vicra, your highness. She has been eagerly anticipating your arrival.
When the noblewoman spots you, a mixture of awe and relief lights up her face.
My word! The Red Prince! It really is you! I have a message for you, my lord, from Sadha herself. She managed to elude her Black Ring captors and make it to the safety of our consulate here in the city, only to be attacked by Voidwoken. The Dreamers promised to take her into the Sanctuary of Dreams, but before following them, she bid me seek shelter here, await your arrival, of which she was certain, and tell you that she, in turn, awaits you, together with your offspring. The Dreamers took her away, but I don't know how their magic works. You'll find the answer in the consulate, my prince, amid the fire and the chaos. Still, I know you'll brave any danger that stands in your way, for I've heard speak of the prophecy.
You are the father of dragons, O Majesty, and the mother of dragons calls upon you in her hour of need. No less than a slaughter, my prince. Nobles from the three houses were gathered there in anticipation of Lucian's Day when suddenly the Red Princess walked in, accompanied by no other than Bramos the Wanderer. We knew not who she was, but Bramos told us the tale of the Red Majesties and how they would engender the return of the great red dragons. No sooner had we fallen to our knees in reverence than the ground shook, monsters howled for blood, and fires raged around us. Many a great noble perished in that sudden hell. As for myself, I'm glad I lived to tell the tale, just like the Red Princess bid me to.
My. Unless I've gone quite colorblind, you must be the Red Prince. The Lizard Consulate is gone, I'm afraid. All that survives of it is what I managed to take with me. Care to see what I have? Perhaps we can make an arrangement.
Oh, it was devastating, to be sure. But what good does mourning do for either the living or the dead? I found a spot of fortune in the flames. It would be wrong to squander it, yes?
Our consulate may be gone, but I will not let us be reduced to utter beggars. I merely do what is necessary to fund our ongoing diplomatic efforts. Best to sell anything of value. The voice of the ancient empire must still be heard in Arx, and that will require gold.
I've spotted something.
Garbage.
I'll yield to none.
Careful.
Careful.
I spotted a trap.
I see a trap nearby. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Careful now.
Look out! Careful now. I see a trap nearby.
Scratching the pole does wonders for your nails.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Nice. Did Kemm write this, do you suppose, or did he just confiscate it from someone else?
I'm more concerned about who the target's going to be.
Why would Lord Kemm have a black ring mirror in his attic? Good find. Someone has taken a great interest in Dallas.
The surface of the mirror is smooth and unblemished. Not a single speck of dust sits on the black glass. A vision appears. It wavers, then becomes clear. In the reddish light cast by flowing lava, you see a cave. You recognize it. This is the Sallow Man's cave. The roof has fallen in. Nothing there lives.
Look out!
Nice.
Once a years
Why, hello again.
Come out wherever you are.
Most sad. Anything else?
None to be found, and I'm not gonna go digging in the dirt for any.
Come out wherever you are.
Remarkable. So hard to find a nice original such as this these days. Lord Kemm does have a good eye for quality antiques, I must say.
Come out wherever you are. Come out.
She'll find me.
I don't know why Daddy wouldn't let me play with that cat. Why does he get to have all the fun?